Oh hi, let me explain. When you're live streaming and you're playing a game, you're gonna have your webcam on the side like that. So I thought, on top of my alerts, what if I had some sort of, I don't know, particle explosion go all around my webcam when something specific gets triggered? Maybe follows, subs, bits. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And everything I make will be available to you for free over at gumroad.com/gallevel. Let's get right into it. So I already did the main part of the animation and this is what it looks like. So in Adobe After Effects, just simple like a 2-layer particle with a little circle going up like that. Right now we have a random polygon. I actually want an icon for the specific alerts. For example, the cheer, I want like a bit icon. Subs, I want like a star icon. And for follows, probably hearts. So I'm using one particle as reference and it's that one. You can see it here. I'm gonna put it in its own composition so that I can just replace it. Don't worry, this is not an After Effects tutorial. Okay, so here's what we have. Nice. All we have to do is use that comp layer here. We can turn this off and now we can add whatever shape we want. For example, star tool would be for subs. If I go back, I can immediately see that it's updated, but we don't want it like this. We actually want it to be filled. And boom, the animation is new. We just got to change the colors and we're good to go. So I'm actually using a fill effect for the colors. So it's super easy for me to go here and just do this. And even for that circle explosion thing, same thing. I turn on transparent background, you can see what it looks like. And I can go ahead and render it through Media Encoder because we're gonna make a WebM. Media Encoder, I can pick WebM. I had to install like the WebM codec for that. But if you don't have it, that's why. So now I can scroll down, make sure everything looks good, 60 frames per second, 75% quality. It's supposed to be small anyways. Scroll down and the most important part here is include alpha channel. That's how you export a transparent video. I'm gonna pick the folder, WebM, and this is sub alert. Boom. Let's call it boom and render. All right, it's done rendering. I'm gonna put it in OBS Studio on a loop just so I can see what it looks like around my webcam. But since it's a WebM file, we can actually use it with any like alert services, Streamlabs, StreamElements, or whatever you use. All right, so we're gonna do this by adding it as a media source. So I'm gonna go plus here, media source. We're gonna call it and then press OK. Go browse and go find it. Protocol alerts, WebM, blah, and put it on a loop. So I put it in 1080p, right? So it's gonna cover the screen and it's gonna look like this. You can also change the blending mode if you want it to blend a little bit better with the background, with whatever is underneath it. And you do that by right-clicking on it and going to blending mode and add. For example, it's a little brighter and it actually plays off the colors underneath it, but it feels good for you. My webcam is usually on the left like this, so I can just click, drag here, and kind of place it in the middle. All right, then from there, all I have to do is basically place that under my webcam in the sources, like this. Now you can see it's happening behind me. If I turn off the gameplay, basically this is what you get. This is what it's supposed to look like, and I'm kind of satisfied with that. Although the circle is not really centered. Now, since it's centered, what you can use as a quick tip here is this little handle and that little handle, and you want to kind of align them with the middle of your webcam here and the middle horizontally. Right, pretty satisfied with the result. I think it's a cool small little detail to have with alerts. I'm just going to create the same one for bits and then another one for follows. So it's gonna be super easy. All I have to do is go back to my comp and replace this with a bit shape. I'm gonna use a reference. I have one right here. Then I can use my pen tool to create, and I'm just gonna mirror it, and voila. If I go back to my composition, it's gonna look like this. I just need to change the colors. Maybe we don't want random rotation on this one because it looks weird. So we'll play around with the particle world effect. That's pretty cool. Nice. Now we can render this. All right, we can immediately test it by just double clicking on this one and browsing and picking that one instead. Okay, not bad. Let's see without the gameplay. And of course, since everything is centered and they don't really go out of frame, what you can do is pick it and resize it as much as you want. For example, if I want it to be bigger, I can do this, of course. So for bits, I would most likely want it like this. But if you want it to be way smaller, you can also do it. It's just that you'll have less visible elements. Okay, one more for it follows. We're gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna use another reference because I like when hearts are a little squarish. So we're gonna use our pen tool once again, and I'm just gonna copy the mirror effect from the other one, and it's that easy. Nice. We're gonna change the colors. I might change the seed on one of those particles just so it looks a little different. Bottom here, so we have different looking overall animations. I think that's nice. Okay, color change. Okay, let's export that. Let's check it out. Double click, browse, follow alert. Pretty nice. I feel like it feels more transparent for some reason. Or it's just a game, I don't know. I like it, looks good. Without the game, this is what you get. Nice. Very simple stuff. All right, let's turn it off and let's add it to an alert service. Or if you want to use something like WiseBot, StreamerBot, or whatever bot you're using to trigger like visual stuff based on alerts, you can also use that. I think most streamers have a very simple setup, so we're going to use something like Stream Elements. We're going to go to Streaming Tools, Overlays. We're going to create a new overlay. 1080p is fine. We're going to add a widget, and it's going to be an alert box. And we're going to turn off all the alerts that we don't need. So we don't have tips, we don't have raid, we don't have purchase. So cheer, follow, bits, perfect. Now follow alert. Let's go ahead, click on the cogwheel, turn this off. I also want to clear the sound because I'm going to have like another alert trigger at the same time. But if you want to add your own sound, you can do that here. Also, you want the layout to be the first one, text over image. If there's any text that you would like to show, you shouldn't want to because this is going behind your alert. We're just gonna delete all the alert message so that nothing shows up, no text. And we're gonna change video. I'm gonna go top right here, click upload, find those three. I'm actually gonna select all three of them. But this is the follow alert. Once they're here, you see follow alert, you can test it. I'm going to click submit. Boom, just like that, our follow alert for this alert is what we want it to be. We can even go ahead and emulate it. Follow alert, follow event. And there it is, with no text, very important. Now the size is not right, but we're gonna fix that later. So close this, same thing for sub alert, except this time, just clear the sound, change video, submit sub alert, layout text over image, alert message, nothing. Good, go back, cheer alert, clear sound, layout over image, no message, clear video, change video, and bit. Just like that. Okay, now we can take care of the size, which is position, style, blah, 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 blah. Width is 1920, height is 1080. And we should be good. Just go right side here, top right, click save, name it particle alerts. And then copy the link, copy the overlay URL right here. Make sure you see that. Now in OBS Studio, you can add it as a browser source. So sources, browser, particle alerts. Nice. You can paste the link that you copied and make sure this is 1080p. Click OK. And now when you emulate any event, it should show up on here. Now it's going to be in the middle, just like we saw earlier. You just have to place it correctly and also place it under your webcam. Let's try this again. Follower event. Nice. Let's do a subscriber event. The thing is, it's triggering everything that I already have for my stream. I definitely need to check all those. And then there's cheer event. Ooh, that's not normal. Let's go back to our cheer alert. Why are you doing this? Everything seems fine. I guess variation is the issue. Yeah, you can turn off all the variations. Emulate cheer event. Do I need to save again? There you go. Yes, I did need to save again. All right, time to record that Twitter clip. When I'm live streaming a game, I would like to have a little particle explosion around my webcam every time someone follows, give bits or subs. So I did that and I'm giving it away for free. This is for follows, this is for bits, this is for subs. So when you get a follower, it'll look like this. When you get a sub, it'll look like this. And when you get bits, it'll look like this. Go watch the full video. And there you go. Once again, you can download those 3 WebM files over at gumroad.com/guy level. So go out there, make me proud, guy level, out.